Leave the gun. Take the cannoli.
The Godfather isn't just a movie, it's a cultural revolution. But beneath the iconic lines, the Oscar wins, and the horsehead lies a treasure chest of bizarre, behind-the-scenes stories. From near-death experiences to real mob interference, these weird facts will change the way you see this legendary film forever. Stick around. It's so outrageous, it almost stopped the movie from being made at all. The studio didn't want Marlon Brando. Paramount Pictures originally refused to cast Marlon Brando as Don Vito Corleone. Why? He was seen as box office poison due to his difficult reputation. Studio executives even said, "Brando will never appear in this picture." Director Francis Ford Coppola fought back and secretly filmed Brando doing a screen test, stuffing tissues in his cheeks and transforming into the Don. That test blew everyone away and won him the role and an Oscar. Real Mafia members were involved. Believe it or not, real-life mobsters were reportedly watching the production very closely. Joe Colombo, the head of the Italian-American Civil Rights League, which was a front for the Colombo crime family, protested the film, fearing it would reinforce Italian stereotypes. The studio compromised by removing the word mafia from the script. But in an ironic twist, many actual mobsters loved the movie, and some even acted in it. The cat wasn't in the script. The iconic scene of Don Corleone stroking a cat, totally unscripted. The stray cat wandered onto the set and Brando just picked it up during the take. It worked so well that Coppola kept it in. The purring was so loud it messed with the audio, and sound engineers had to redo much of the dialogue in post-production. Brando refused to learn his lines. Brando didn't memorize a single line of dialogue. Instead, he insisted on using cue cards, which were hidden around the set, taped to actors' foreheads, lampstands, even fruit bowls. He believed it kept his delivery more spontaneous and real. And you know what? It somehow worked. The horsehead was real. Yes, that infamous horsehead in the bed scene, 100% real. The production got it from a dog food factory. Actor John Marley had no idea it was a genuine severed head until the cameras rolled. His reaction of horror and disgust, totally real. No acting required. Al Pacino was almost fired. Multiple times. Studio executives hated Al Pacino's performance at first. They thought he was too quiet, too short, too subtle. Coppola had to fight tooth and nail to keep him. Ironically, the scene that saved Pacino's job was when Michael guns down Soloso and McCluskey in the restaurant. That's when the studio finally saw his potential. The wedding scene took 4 days and hundreds of pounds of pasta. The iconic opening wedding sequence was one of the most elaborate and chaotic shoots. It lasted 4 full days, involved over 700 extras, and the crew cooked real Italian food on set to keep the atmosphere authentic. Coppola wanted it to feel like a living, breathing family, not just a scene. Frank Sinatra was furious. It's long been rumored that the character Johnny Fontaine, the desperate singer begging for a movie role, was based on Frank Sinatra. Sinatra was so angry about this that he allegedly confronted Mario Puzo, the author of The Godfather, at a restaurant and threatened him. The resemblance between Fontaine and Sinatra's real-life career was uncomfortably close. The movie almost got a different title. The studio originally didn't want the film to be called The Godfather. They thought it sounded too religious or niche. Alternatives like the Mafia or Crime Family were floated. Coppola and Puzo fought to keep the original title, and thank God they did. Could you imagine the Mafia winning Best Picture? Coppola almost got fired too. Francis Ford Coppola himself was hanging by a thread. The studio was constantly threatening to replace him due to delays, budget issues, and his insistence on unknown actors. He had to fight for Brando, fight for Pacino, fight for the dark lighting, and fight for authenticity. At one point, he said he was convinced he'd be sacked before the movie was done. Ironically, his stubbornness is exactly what made The Godfather a masterpiece. From rogue cats and cue cards to mob bosses and real severed horse heads, The Godfather isn't just a film. It's a saga of cinematic chaos and brilliance. If you learned something weird and new today, give the video a like. Drop your favorite fact in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into film history. Leave the gun, take the trivia.